Have you ever met someone who seemed to change the atmosphere around them just by their presence? Someone who simply steps into a room and suddenly everything feels different. Maybe you sense their energy is too strong, or perhaps your own emotions unexpectedly get stirred up. These may be the first signs that you are in contact with a person of high vibrational frequency. People with high vibrational frequency are often known for their inner peace, deep wisdom, and their ability to radiate positive light to those around them. They seem like spiritual beacons, helping others find their way through the darkness. They bring a sense of calm and are often admired for their ability to heal with their energy and the peace they emanate. But behind all that gentleness and light, there is a darker side that few know about, a powerful aspect that should not be underestimated. Understanding this darker side of highly vibrational people is extremely important. Not just for those who have the chance to interact with them directly, but for anyone on a journey of personal and spiritual growth. Why? Because even the most positive energies have a flip side. Sometimes this hidden power, when underestimated or crossed, can have unintended consequences. True power, especially spiritual power, always comes with darkness and great responsibility. Topic: Introduction. In today's video, we will delve deeper into the lesser-known side of highly vibrational people. 9 powerful traits that can negatively impact you if you accidentally or intentionally cross the line with them. These qualities not only make them formidable, but also remind us of their invisible strength. So, be very cautious when interacting with these individuals. Before diving into the details, if you find this topic interesting and useful, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. It will help us continue to bring you valuable insights on spiritual development and life. 1. The acceleration of karma. Have you ever heard of the law of karma? In many spiritual traditions, karma is understood as an inevitable cycle of cause and effect. Our actions in this life will come back to us, often at unexpected times. However, when you encounter people with high vibrational frequency, this karmic cycle can unfold much faster and with far greater intensity than usual. This is their hidden power, and sometimes it can bring about consequences that you may not anticipate. Individuals with high vibrational frequency often have a deep connection with the universe and natural laws, including karma. They seem to have a natural ability to accelerate the karmic process, making the consequences of negative or positive actions arrive sooner and more clearly. If someone acts with negative intentions or attempts to harm a high vibrational person, they will quickly feel the repercussions of their actions. Karma is no longer an abstract concept or something that might happen in the distant future. For those who choose to confront a high vibrational person, karma can come back almost immediately, and in many cases, the consequences are far worse than expected. For instance, a small act of deception or gossiping behind someone's back might not seem too alarming to those who don't believe in karma. However, when such actions are directed at a person with high vibrational energy, the results can come swiftly. The person engaging in the negative behavior might suddenly face unexpected challenges in their life, from career setbacks and strained relationships to health or mental struggles. What could have been a minor karmic lesson for someone else might turn into a much more painful and difficult experience. It's important to understand that the high vibrational person is not consciously speeding up the karmic process. This is not a deliberate act on their part, but rather a natural consequence of their elevated spiritual state and their strong connection to universal energies. They act as a catalyst for karma, and their presence can accelerate the lessons for those around them, whether the actions are positive or negative. The acceleration of karma doesn't just affect those who intentionally try to harm them. Even those who unintentionally engage in improper behavior can be swept into this process. This makes interacting with them particularly significant. If you approach them with a pure heart and sincere intentions, you may receive blessings and positive lessons quickly. But if you come to them with negativity or ill intent, the consequences can come faster and more severely. When you act negatively toward a high vibrational person, you may find yourself facing your karma sooner and more intensely. This can create feelings of pressure, discomfort, and sometimes even anxiety when being around them. Their very presence accelerates these lessons, which can make those who are not ready to face the consequences of their actions feel uneasy. In summary, it's incredibly important to respect the energy and intentions of people with high vibrational frequency, because any action, whether intentional or not, will come back to you much faster than you might imagine. Second, immune to energy vampires. In life, there are people often referred to as energy vampires, individuals who seem to survive by draining the energy of others. They typically create dramatic situations, manipulate emotions, or induce mental stress to elicit reactions from those around them. And in doing so, they absorb energy. However, when it comes to people with high vibrational frequency, these tactics are completely ineffective. In fact, instead of having their energy drained, highly spiritual individuals may even reverse the flow, unintentionally drawing energy from those trying to weaken them. People with high vibrational frequency often develop the ability to protect their energy, preventing negative influences from penetrating their shield. When someone attempts to drain their energy, these individuals possess an invisible yet powerful barrier around them. This is the result of regularly practicing energy balance, meditation, and deeply connecting with themselves. It creates a strong shield, making them immune to the energy-stealing attempts of others. Rather than feeling depleted after stressful interactions, they maintain their calm and mental clarity. Moreover, individuals with high vibrational frequency don't just protect themselves from energy vampires, they also have the ability to repel negative energy. This can lead to energy vampires, especially those who try to drain energy, feeling exhausted after interacting with them. In many cases, energy vampires leave such encounters feeling weak and discouraged, not understanding why their usual tactics are no longer effective. These individuals often fail to realize that when they approach someone with a high vibrational frequency, they don't just fail at taking energy. In fact, they end up being the ones drained of energy. It's a shocking and disruptive experience that challenges everything they thought they knew. Instead of feeling in control and dominating the interaction, the energy vampire suddenly realizes they are the one being manipulated and drained by the strong and grounded presence of the high vibrational person. Negative strategies like creating drama, seeking pity, or manipulating emotions to draw energy all prove ineffective against these individuals. High vibrational people are not easily sucked into negative cycles. They possess strong inner power and deep understanding, making it impossible for energy vampires' tactics to infiltrate. If you are someone who frequently seeks energy from others, encountering a person with high vibrational energy will make you feel pressured and even drained after every interaction. Instead of being the one in control, you become the one affected. This can leave you feeling uncomfortable and surprised when old methods no longer produce the same results. High vibrational individuals not only prevent you from taking their energy, but they also reflect it back, causing you to lose your own energy instead. 3. They can reflect your darkness. People with high vibrational frequencies are often compared to a pure mirror, clearly and non-judgmentally reflecting everything that exists within our inner world. What's unique about these individuals is their ability to reflect not just the positive aspects, but also the darker, deeper parts of us, those we may not have been aware of or have suppressed for a long time. This isn't a deliberate act on their part. It's simply a natural response to the energy we bring into our interactions. This mirroring effect can be quite uncomfortable and often leaves us feeling unsettled or hurt. For example, when you carry negative energies such as anger, jealousy, or anxiety, the high vibrational person may inadvertently cause you to confront those emotions. They don't need to say or do anything in particular. Their presence alone can trigger this reflection. Facing your inner darkness is a profound experience, and it can sometimes be painful or uncomfortable, especially if you're not ready. Imagine trying to manipulate or harm a person with a high vibrational frequency, but instead of reacting with anger or defensiveness, they calmly point out the real source of your behavior. This makes you feel exposed, revealing parts of yourself you've tried to hide, perhaps insecurities, fears, or deep wounds. This effect often leaves those who are used to concealing their emotions or using subtle tactics feeling disoriented, as no one likes being forced to face their own imperfections. Encounters with high vibrational individuals can sometimes be painful mirror moments. Instead of feeling comfortable, we might become defensive or find ourselves vulnerable because their presence compels us to confront the truth about ourselves. This is why many people may feel uneasy or even try to avoid these individuals, not because they are malicious, but because they unintentionally bring us face to face with our own inner darkness. The real challenge in interacting with high vibrational people lies in this reflective quality. If we're not ready to confront unresolved aspects of ourselves, these interactions can trigger a deep but uncomfortable awakening. Sometimes, simply being near them can make you feel uneasy or stir up fears that you can no longer ignore. However, if we're willing to embrace this, the mirroring effect can be a powerful tool for personal growth and self-improvement. Their presence not only highlights what needs to be healed, but also opens the door to positive change. Instead of avoiding or resisting, the best way to protect yourself from feeling lost is to accept what they reflect and view it as a valuable opportunity for progress. When you can face your own darkness, you begin the process of healing and growth, becoming stronger and more balanced on your spiritual journey. 4. They can expose deception. Individuals with high vibrational frequencies are often seen as living lie detectors, even though they don't intentionally or consciously seek the truth. This ability stems from their heightened sensitivity and elevated awareness, allowing them to easily detect subtle signs of dishonesty. It's not a skill they've learned or trained for, but a natural outcome of the pure and authentic energy they maintain. Because their presence often creates an atmosphere where the truth naturally comes to the surface, attempting to deceive or hide things from them is incredibly difficult. High vibrational individuals don't need complex investigation methods or interrogative techniques to expose deception. Instead, they can perceive untruths in an incredibly subtle and natural way. When someone tries to lie or pretend in front of them, many people find themselves becoming confused, stumbling over their words, or feeling inexplicably anxious. This happens not because the high vibrational person is deliberately trying to expose you, but because their pure energy and authenticity make any form of dishonesty feel out of place and incongruent. In other words, their high energy creates a space where deception cannot last long. In that space, deception is easily revealed. Sometimes all it takes is a deep look from them, or a seemingly harmless question for the entire narrative you've built to start unraveling. They might ask questions in a very innocent manner, but they often hit the weak spots of a lie, or simply their presence makes you feel pressured to be honest. Lies and fabricated stories, no matter how clever, struggle to hold up for long in front of them. Additionally, they often detect dishonesty not just through words, but through body language, tone of voice, or even the energy you're emitting. Their emotional and spiritual sensitivity allows them to easily sense discrepancies between what you say and how you act, or between what you outwardly express and what you truly feel inside. This creates a significant negative impact on those who intend to be dishonest with them. If you try to deceive or hide something from them, there's a very high chance you'll be exposed immediately. This doesn't just leave you feeling embarrassed. It can also land you in awkward or dangerous situations. A seemingly harmless lie can lead to a loss of trust or even the breakdown of a relationship when the truth comes to light. Deception, no matter how small, when uncovered, can have serious consequences, especially when dealing with someone of high vibrational frequency with whom it's very hard to hide anything. To avoid these uncomfortable situations, the best protection when communicating with a high vibrational person is honesty. Being true to yourself and avoiding any deceptive actions is essential to maintaining a healthy relationship with them. They value sincerity and can sense authenticity in you. When you act with honesty, not only do you build trust, but you also avoid creating any energetic imbalance between the two of you. If there's something you're tempted to hide, consider whether it's truly important or if being honest might benefit both of you more. With people of high vibrational frequency, honesty is the only key to creating a deep and lasting connection. Instead of worrying about being exposed, see them as a trustworthy companion who can help guide you on a path of sincerity and purity, pushing you to become a better version of yourself. 5. They can manipulate and influence others. Individuals with high vibrational frequencies not only emit a powerful magnetism, but also have the ability to influence others in ways that are often hard to detect. This is not because they deliberately try to control others, but because their subtle energetic power often unintentionally impacts those around them. Their influence can be so strong that it causes others to change decisions, opinions, or behaviors without realizing the underlying reason. In professional settings, people with high vibrations often stand out in leadership roles, not because they are formally given authority, but because their presence and wisdom exert an irresistible pull. Colleagues and superiors tend to be drawn to their ideas, vision, and way of thinking. This doesn't only happen in meetings or formal discussions, but also in daily interactions, where their calmness and deep understanding create a unique attraction. High vibration individuals often become the heart of any group they join. They not only bring creative ideas, but also foster a trusting work environment where people feel comfortable sharing their views and initiatives. The workplace culture can change rapidly when a high vibrational person is present, because they raise the standards for behavior, cooperation, and overall performance. At the same time, they inspire others through their dedication, consistency between words and actions, and patience in the face of challenges. However, their influence isn't always purely positive. The natural magnetism of high vibrational individuals can easily cause those around them to be swept up without realizing it. You might find yourself agreeing with their views, acting according to their wishes, or even changing your behavior to align with their standards without being aware of the process. In such cases, you may feel a loss of control or as if you're being unconsciously manipulated. This manipulation is not always intentional or malicious. Sometimes their high vibration impacts the environment and people around them so deeply that even small decisions are influenced. For example, you may change your opinion on an issue or even adjust your lifestyle to better align with the ideals and perspectives of the high vibrational person. While this change can be beneficial, it can also lead to a loss of personal identity and autonomy if you're not mindful of this strong influence. Negative effects can arise when you feel overwhelmed or unconsciously swept along, losing your ability to critically think or make independent decisions. Sensitive individuals may feel as though they are losing control and being dominated by the high vibrational person, even when the changes seem positive. If you are unaware of this dynamic, interacting and working with such powerful individuals can leave you feeling disoriented or lacking self-agency, especially if you are easily influenced by others' emotions or opinions. To protect yourself from manipulation or excessive influence, it's essential to stay alert and maintain personal awareness. Always check in with your decisions, asking yourself whether you truly want to go in that direction and whether your choices align with your own values and beliefs. Self-awareness and critical thinking are key to maintaining mental freedom and avoiding unwanted influence. Remember, the influence of high vibrational individuals doesn't have to be negative. When you can stay mindful and strike a balance between their influence and your own will, you can learn a great deal from them without losing yourself. The key is to always hold on to your personal perspective while taking advantage of the opportunities for growth and inspiration that they bring. 6. They can sever relationships ruthlessly. People with high vibrational frequencies prioritize their spiritual and energetic growth above all else. And because of this, they may decide to cut ties with relationships that no longer align with their path. Their decisiveness in ending relationships can leave others feeling abandoned or deeply hurt. They often make these decisions not out of selfishness or cruelty, but from a need to protect their mental state, inner peace, and energy growth. For high vibrational individuals, relationships are evaluated based on their contribution to balance and growth. If a relationship becomes negative, filled with toxic energy, or begins to hinder their progress, they will not hesitate to walk away. This doesn't mean they lack compassion or appreciation. On the contrary, they understand that in order to grow spiritually, they must let go of what no longer serves them. They will not stay in relationships out of pity or obligation, because they know that unhealthy attachments can cause significant spiritual and energetic harm. When they sense that someone is no longer spiritually or energetically aligned with them, high vibrational people act decisively. The decision to sever ties can happen quickly and unexpectedly, leaving little time for others to adjust or understand the deeper reasons. This often leaves the other person feeling hurt, lost, and abandoned. They may feel as though the relationship was abruptly abandoned without any opportunity to explain or repair things. For those who don't fully understand the spiritual state of high vibrational individuals, this breakup may be misunderstood as a lack of compassion or even cruelty. However, from the perspective of a high vibrational individual, ending a relationship is not an act of selfishness, but a necessary decision to protect the peace of both parties. They understand that if a relationship becomes toxic or stagnant, neither person will be able to continue growing. They view holding on to an unhealthy relationship as a form of hindrance to their own spiritual evolution, and believe it can cause greater harm to everyone involved. To them, walking away is not about rejection, but about releasing negative energy and creating space for both personal and collective growth. The downside of this decisiveness is that you may be left behind without understanding why. If you're not walking with them on the path of spiritual growth, or if you lack sincerity in the relationship, you may be cut out of their life suddenly and painfully. This can leave you feeling betrayed or questioning what you did wrong. In some cases, they may leave without offering an explanation, which adds to the pain and difficulty of accepting the situation. The best way to protect yourself from this situation is to always maintain honesty and sincerity in your relationship with high vibrational individuals. Don't try to pretend or hide your true feelings, as they are highly perceptive and can detect any signs of dishonesty or lack of authenticity. Make continuous efforts to grow yourself, not just to maintain compatibility in the relationship, but also to walk alongside them on the path of spiritual growth. If you keep improving yourself and maintaining balance, the relationship will become stronger, and you will avoid the risk of being abruptly cut off. 7. They can expose your weaknesses. People with high vibrational frequencies possess a unique ability to see through the hidden weaknesses in others. These weaknesses are not necessarily moral flaws, but often aspects of yourself that are repressed or unacknowledged, things you may not want to face. With their pure and elevated energy, they naturally act as a mirror, reflecting these aspects clearly and without force. They don't intend to hurt or criticize. They simply reveal the truth about what exists within you. Interacting with high vibrational people can make you feel as if they are scrutinizing or judging you, as they can easily point out weaknesses you've tried to hide, even from yourself. This often creates feelings of vulnerability or defensiveness as you are forced to confront uncomfortable truths. For example, if you often mask insecurity with a facade of confidence, they may notice this and unintentionally expose the instability within you. They have the ability to bring out deep emotions, fears, or wounds that you may not want to face. The negative impact of this is that the exposure of these weaknesses can be shocking and uncomfortable. For those who are not ready to confront their internal issues, this experience may lead to resistance or withdrawal from the relationship. You may feel as though you're being judged or that you're not good enough in their presence. This often triggers a natural defensive reaction, and in many cases, you may try to avoid interaction or even end the relationship because you can't bear the pressure of this exposure. However, for those brave enough to embrace the process, interacting with a high vibrational person can be transformative. They act as a catalyst, helping you recognize and confront the unhealed or incomplete aspects of yourself. Though difficult, this process can lead to deeper self-awareness and powerful personal growth. When you accept the truth about yourself that they reflect, you gain a great opportunity to improve and become a better version of yourself. The best way to protect yourself in this situation is not to avoid or resist, but to embrace this revelation as an opportunity for growth. The exposure of your weaknesses is not a judgment, but a reminder that you have the capacity to evolve and become a better version of yourself. Keep an open mind. Rather than feeling hurt, see this as a chance for self-exploration and growth. While this exposure may be uncomfortable in the short term, it can ultimately be the key to greater self-confidence and deeper understanding of who you are. 8. They can inspire unwanted change. When we come into contact with people who have high vibrational frequencies, we are often unintentionally influenced by their powerful presence. Their high vibration not only radiates positive energy, but also has the ability to stimulate change in our lives, even when we don't expect it. The change they inspire can be profound, awakening untapped potential within us that we may never have realized. For many, this can be a tremendous gift, opening doors to new opportunities or uncovering parts of ourselves that had previously been overlooked. However, not everyone is ready for this change. This is especially true when we feel safe within our comfort zones, where everything is stable and predictable. Meeting a high vibration person can feel like encountering a strong wind that pushes us out of our calm and familiar state. You may suddenly feel compelled to change, whether it's in your thoughts, feelings, or actions. Decisions you had never considered may now seem necessary, or long-held plans may suddenly be thrown into disarray. This unwanted change can stir up a range of conflicting emotions, from uncertainty to fear of the future. You may feel forced to confront realities you've been avoiding or be pushed out of old patterns that you once thought were safe. It's like being made to jump off a cliff, only to discover, in the process of falling, that you've learned how to fly. But before you can enjoy that newfound freedom, you must first endure the initial terror and anxiety. For many, this is not an easy journey. The negative impact of this change is the discomfort it brings, making you feel as though you've lost control. Sometimes, people react by criticizing or rejecting high-vibration individuals, blaming them as the source of the insecurity in their lives. But in reality, these individuals are not forcing change. It's simply their energy that inadvertently inspires it. They're not deliberately trying to push you out of your comfort zone, but their presence helps you realize that you've been there for too long. The best way to protect yourself from this unwanted change is to maintain a flexible and positive attitude. Instead of resisting and trying to hold on to what's familiar, view the change as an opportunity for growth. This process, though difficult at first, often brings unexpected and positive results. Be open to the new possibilities that change brings and trust that it is guiding you toward a better version of yourself. Embracing change with a positive mindset will help you overcome the initial challenges and lead to stronger, more sustainable growth in the future. 9. Powerful spiritual strength. People with high vibrational frequencies not only carry a sense of peace and wisdom, but also possess an extraordinary spiritual strength. This strength is evident in their ability to face spiritual challenges, overcome negativity, and maintain their beliefs even in the most difficult circumstances. Unlike those with lower frequencies, they are not easily shaken by life's upheavals or obstacles. Rather than panicking or retreating, they remain calm and aware, using their spiritual strength as a weapon against negative forces. One of the most notable aspects of this spiritual strength is their ability to resist psychological attacks or negative energy from others. They can detect and protect themselves from lies, schemes, or any manipulative efforts that others may try to impose. This makes them formidable opponents in any situation where sincerity and fairness are not upheld. If someone tries to unjustly harm them, they can focus their spiritual energy to fight back, often more powerfully than their adversary might expect. They do not seek confrontation, but when cornered or when their spiritual values are threatened, they won't hesitate to use their strength to defend themselves and what they believe in. This can create an overwhelming feeling for those who are unprepared to face this kind of power. The negative impact of this powerful spiritual strength is that if you accidentally or intentionally confront them, you may quickly realize that they are not easily overpowered or defeated. This can be frustrating and challenging for those who try to impose their will on them. Clashing with someone who possesses high spiritual strength can lead to feelings of helplessness, failure, or even defeat, as they not only use reason and calmness, but also draw upon their powerful inner energy to confront you. Protecting yourself from these negative effects is simple but incredibly important. Treat them with respect and sincerity. People with high vibrational frequencies are not only strong defenders of themselves, but can also become invaluable allies. If you build a relationship based on sincerity and understanding, their spiritual strength can be an immense source of support for you. They have the ability to inspire, motivate, and help you find balance in life. In summary, the spiritual strength of high-vibration individuals should not be underestimated. While their strength may pose a challenge to those who try to oppose them, when approached in the right way, it can be a source of encouragement and guidance that helps you grow immensely in life. Treating them with sincerity is the best way to benefit from this spiritual power. In today's video, we explored the hidden, sometimes intimidating aspects of people with high vibrational frequencies. Although they may outwardly exude peace, wisdom, and compassion, they harbor significant spiritual power within. This means that when pushed beyond their limits, they can respond decisively and forcefully, often catching those around them off guard and uncomfortable. We discussed characteristics such as the ability to reflect darkness, expose deception, and even influence and manipulate others. These high-frequency individuals often inspire unwanted change, reveal others' weaknesses, and, in extreme cases, may sever relationships decisively if they feel it no longer serves their growth journey. Ultimately, their spiritual strength is not to be underestimated, and this is what makes them formidable opponents if you toy with them or lack respect. However, the most important takeaway here is that understanding and respecting them is the best way to maintain a positive relationship with these individuals. Their isolation, spiritual strength, and significant influence can create challenges in certain situations. But on the flip side, they can also be wonderful companions, inspiring and guiding you to achieve extraordinary growth if both parties resonate at a similar frequency. If you found this video helpful and it helped you better understand people with high vibrational frequencies, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video to spread this message to more people. These insights can not only assist you in personal relationships, but also foster collective growth within the community. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next videos.